We are multiplying these two matrices together. And the very first thing we have to do when we're multiplying any sort one matrix by another matrix is, number one, is to determine if we can multiply these two matrices together. Okay, so the way that we determine that is determine the number of rows and columns in each one. And when we're dealing with matrices, the number of rows comes first, then columns. So this one has 2 rows, 1 column. So this is a 2 by 1 matrice, or 2 by 1 matrix. Okay, this one over here has 1 row, 2 columns. So this is a 1 by 2 matrix. Now the important piece of information that we need to know is, in order for it to be able to multiply by one another, is that these two middle numbers here have to be the same. If they are not the same, we cannot multiply these two together. The technical term is right here. It's the number of columns in the first matrix must equal the number of rows in the second matrix. But basically, that's what we're looking for. We're looking to make sure that these two middle numbers here are the same. If they are the same, we can multiply these two together. Our next piece of information we're going to glean from these two matrices is the outer numbers here. These outer numbers have a lot of significance as well, and that's because the outer numbers tell us what size of matrix we're going to end up with as our answer. Okay, this is a 2 by 2 matrix because these two numbers here are both 2. If this were a 3 and this one were a 4, then our answer would be a 3 by 4 matrix, but these are both 2's, so it's going to be a 2 by 2 matrix. Okay, so I'm going to move that up to the side just so that it's out of the way. Alright, so 2 by 2 matrix looks like this. Okay, there are 2 rows, 2 columns. So this is what our final answer is going to look like here. We're just going to start filling in some information to see what we've got. Okay, and when we're filling in this information, we are taking the row in the first one and we're multiplying that by the column in the second one. So 0 times 1. Now 0 times 1 is just 0, so we're going to write our answer 0 here. Okay, now if we had other numbers here, we would multiply those straight down as well, but this is all we have. This one's fairly straightforward, fairly easy. Then we're also going to go multiply a 0 times 2 to go right over here into the upper right-hand section. So 0 times 2, well 0 times 2, 0 times anything is 0, so we're going to write our answer of 0 right here. Now we move on down here. This is a 3. 3 times 1 is, we'll go right here, that's in the bottom left-hand corner. 3 times 1 is just simply 3. And then we've got a 3 times 2 as well. 3 times 2, we'll put that right here. 3 times 2 is 6. So we'll write our answer here. So this is going to be the product of these two matrices. This is our final answer. Number one, though, we have to make sure that we can do the multiplication of these two matrices. Then we have to, when we carry it out, it's the row. We're multiplying the row by the column. Row on the first one by the column on the second one, and that will give us our answer here.